Playing in San Diego State, I know everyone say it can be a plug-and-play offense. They lose running backs, they keep putting them in there. Now they lost Washington. What do you see from their offense? And I guess even the running back Jasmine, that's probably the guy that's going to get the most carries.
They've been a great rush offense for a long time now. So, like you said, I mean, they've had multiple backs that have been NFL-type caliber of guys, and, they got a whole slew full of them and stuff. So, ultimately, it really starts. I mean, obviously, they've had really good tailbacks, but it starts with their O-line and their fullbacks and their tight ends and their run game and being able to establish the line of scrimmage and stuff. So, they've got good tailbacks, and even their offensive front is even better.
A guy like Curtis Weaver, I know that he's played a lot of free guys, but he played a lot of snaps in that second half without Jabril. So, how much different is it for him when he kind of goes into more of that cheetah package and kind of has a more specific, I guess, goal versus having to do a little bit more, I guess, and playing every down potentially?
Yeah, his role has grown. I mean, it's still very similar to last year's. He's doing all the same things that he's was involved with and situationally as he was last year. So we just got to keep refining and keep getting better, and with our responsibilities and that stuff. Yeah.
Can you do pretty much everything there though that you would need out of a stud, or?
Yeah, I mean he plays both sides of the field. So yeah, he plays outside linebacker to the boundary and outside linebacker to the field, and is very capable of. I mean, he's probably out of all our outside linebackers, the one that's most capable to do the most.
With Chase Atata, I know you guys kind of bounce him in and out, ever since he's been here, really. But obviously, playing some more with David, being out a little and moving him back inside and had a sack the other day. What have we seen just from kind of his evolution, I guess, since he got here to now?
Yeah, what Chase is, you talk about sacrifice and being willing to do whatever the team needs done. I mean, that's Chase for you. And so he takes his work, he's very prideful about it and how he preps and how, he handles himself. And he's really done a great job in terms of just saying, yep, if that's where you need me, then let's go, let's get it done. And obviously he's going to have a tremendous challenge this week with the schemes and how big and physical the O-line is up front for San Diego State.
I know you guys obviously have done that with like Tyler Horn and some other guys.
Yeah.
Now, but I mean, how for fans or people that just don't know a lot about how that works, is that easy to bounce in and out, back and forth? Is that hard?
It all depends on the front. Yeah, some fronts harder than others, but for him, much like Sam McCaskill did that in his junior year as well, and Sam did a really, really good job for us there, and so that's kind of the similar body type and stuff, and obviously we're just trying to put our guys in the best situations as possible, and Chase has allowed us to do that.
You got a lot of tackles out of Maeva again, but kind of look around the stats. Normally you have linebackers who are way up there in terms of tackles. Not a lot of that. What have you seen from that group? Maybe how is it a little different? I know losing Leighton Vander Esch makes a difference, but what have you seen differently, and how would you kind of assess that group so far? Tyson was productive last game, and really, I mean, he made a tackle in special teams. He made a tackle. He made numerous tackles, obviously, on defense and stuff, but in the run game and in the pass game on the perimeter and screen games on the perimeter as well. So he was active in a lot of different phases of the game. We've been able to play a fair amount of linebackers and rotate guys through. So we would like to see the production, out of some of those guys increase a little bit more. But I think as we get settled in here and we get a steady flow of situational football and who's playing and how we're playing and all that'll happen. It seems like you have no shortage of numbers. I mean, that chart doesn't mean a ton, but you have Bruno and Lashley on there. They're not even on there right now. You add in Zeke Noah and guys like that. What has that been like? I know you going into the season, you kind of expected to be able to rotate guys in and out.
Yeah.
How was that kind of shaken out, being able to throw so many guys in there?
Yeah, I mean, it's really much like we were talking about. It's about situational football, and kind of like with Chase as well. It's positionally, where can you put guys that number one is going to give them the best opportunity to help the defense. What positions and situations are going to be best for them and what their strengths are, and really that's what we're trying to get done.
With DeAndre, I mean, he was a guy we talked about last week, missing some tackles against Oklahoma State, but made a couple, nice ones, and obviously had his first sack too. What do you think of his kind of bounce back game?
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, he made some plays in the last game and stuff, and obviously it's still a work in progress with everybody in their tackling. It's not something we're going to take our foot off the pedal on. But yeah, DP made some nice plays in the last game and did a pretty good job in coverage as well. He handled some route concepts in the last game with great eye control that was pretty impressive.
You were saying after the game that you kind of came in the next day after that game and put in some of the mistakes they'd made, clips together and stuff, and he said he had to swallow his pride a little bit, seeing some of the plays that happened with him. How do you kind of balance that with young guys where you want to show the mistakes, but obviously you want to not get them too down on themselves? And with DeAndre, what's kind of his mental side of things to be able to kind of deal with maybe adversity and stuff?
Well, yeah, I mean, there's always going to, with the good, you obviously, you got to take the bad sometimes too, and regardless of, whether you're a young guy or an old guy or, hey, you're a coach that coached something and it didn't turn out the way you wanted it to turn out. You write an article and it doesn't turn out the way you want it to turn out. You got to own it. And I think DP did a good job of, like he said, hey, we're talking about staying humble and hungry around here, okay? And every day is a new day, and putting your best foot forward. And anytime we start to assume or think we got things figured out, we're going to have issues. And so that's just kind of been the message around here, is that to stay humble and hungry. And really through those two last weeks, DP as well as a lot of other guys did a great job of, opening up their hearts and seeing some things that we had to get better at. And we still got, some room to go. But really appreciate their efforts in the last 2 weeks.
How eager was he to be able to get that blitz or the opportunity to get
he was pretty excited when he knew it was when it was hot for the week, when it was in for the week. He was pretty excited about it. He lit up when we told him that,
He reminded you to call it at all?
He knew it was going to get called. he knew, yeah. And it came at a good time. It was a really good time and a big time play, and obviously we want to keep prepping him and putting him in positions to be able to do things like that. Their size, their ability to move their feet. You talk about a team that can, or offensive line that can move laterally, physical in the gap schemes and the down blocks, and also can pull. And it's rare that there's offensive lines that can do multiple schemes really well, and they can do multiple schemes really well. In combination with their tight ends and their fullbacks. Fullback's a dying breed in this game, but not at San Diego State. They always got a fullback. And so you piece all that together, it's what helps them be successful.
Last year, Collis scored a touchdown against San Diego State. With that guy, he seems like the kind of guy who doesn't necessarily have a set position that we'd call him necessarily, nickel, strong side linebacker, or whatever. A guy you can slot in different ways. What do you like most about having him for your defense?
You know what you're going to get from him. He's really consistent. I mean, he is really, really consistent, and you know exactly what you're going to get from him when he's on the field. And obviously, it doesn't matter whatever business you're in. You could appreciate that from either people you work with, co-workers, or whatever it may be, and you know exactly what you're going to get from him. And in last week's game, his situational stuff that he was in on, and especially in the third downs and stuff like that, he did a really, really good job in coverage and handled and had some good pass breakups. And so, yeah, we just got to keep on moving in the right direction.
What's just your take on playing San Diego State? You guys obviously had some good games against them, and last time they were here, you guys were down at half, and then last year, they're ranked, and you guys go in there and win. And Rocky's made some comments in the past and stuff. Just kind of the back and forth between you guys.
We respect them as a program. We think, we think that they are a very disciplined and program that prides themselves in mentality as well. And so, regardless of the circumstances, who's ranked, who's what, and all that stuff, we know, the type of team they are, and how physical of a football game it's going to be.
I want to ask you about the redshirt rule. You guys were really excited about it, and so far haven't necessarily had to use it maybe so far in terms of putting guys in late in games and stuff like that. What do you like about it? And also, it does seem like maybe it's in the back of your minds you might utilize later in the year.
There is a lot of season left. That's all I'll say about that. There are a lot of games left, and they only get 4. So Yeah, you know, it's the first year in it, just kind of like last year was the first year of the early signing period and recruiting and stuff. So you kind of work your way through, you feel your way out. You got a plan. As always, you plan your work and work your plan and kind of see how things play out. And you know, if you got to adjust, and you adjust. But there's a lot of season left.
All right, thanks, Andy.
Cool.